Hello and welcome to Oxygen Kingdom. I'm the King's Mage. I'm responsible for all the planning around here. I look into one of the latest things that we've done, a new stable for these green hatches. They're kind of cute, but there's a problem. The Herald built this conveyor loader and this auto sweeper to pick up eggs. These guys aren't happy when there's too many eggs around. But I noticed that this auto sweeper doesn't have access to every single piece where an egg could be. We've got to make a little change. I'm sure it's not going to be too difficult. The change is simple as just putting a tile here or knocking a tile out here. The only thing is these guys aren't as happy anymore because their room is too big. But that's easily fixable. The rat catcher installs one more tile. That makes these critters happy. I do a quick check. Yep, now we have the ability to get all eggs these critters lay down. And we also have slime here that's not accessible by us. I don't want any of us to accidentally pick it up. I notice another issue going on around here, and that's the fact that this guy outputs some heat. And that's warmed things up a bit, at least at the top part of our kingdom. But I think I have a solution. I researched something called insulated tiles. As I finish up some research on insulation, the king decides he wants a royal garden to walk through every day. I propose a plan. How about we build a bunch of flower pots? And we'll put those rare seeds the king likes so much. The king says, no, I want it to look natural. Don't have any flower pots. No flower pots? How are we going to do this? I don't know how to plant anything in here. The farmer might though, they have crop tending. The farmer looks into it and they can't figure it out either. The king says, how come you guys can't figure that out? That cat little critter that's running around can do it. Wait a minute. Really? This critter can do that? I have an idea. I explain my plan to the king. We're going to get that critter to plant some wild briar seeds up here. And we'll have this tiny little space that every time we walk by, we'll know that this is the actual royal garden because it's connected to some plants up here. He says, are you trying to be the royal jester? That doesn't make any sense. I want to have those wild plants right next to me every time I walk by them. I can't see them if they're way up there. Oh yeah, that makes sense. We'll plant them here. We start moving the barracks, Great Hall, and the washroom over a little bit to make room for the royal garden. The insulation that I've researched has been installed. Hoping that's really going to stop that heat from getting towards us. So it might make it really uncomfortable. My magic ability has charged yet again. Try to conjure something up. This time we get a different critter. This is so interesting. I wonder what the usefulness of these guys are going to be over time. So I asked the king if we can just throw some dirt in here. And of course, no, that's not good enough. The king wants metal. Wild plants growing from metal tiles. Alright then. We start pouring some metal ore in the first place we want a metal tile. The guard throws the final pieces of metal ore down. That's going to be a good spot for that critter to plant something now. The king looks at all the metal tiles and is pleased. It's time to bring in the cat. We bring in some rare seeds, hoping they're going to plant it. This is working! This is working! This new critter is actually sending something in. This metal tile. The king's going to be really happy. We're going to need more than that though. I'm hoping they're going to plant a second one. So we now have 3 wild plants. We're eventually going to get a 4th, I just know it. The only thing that's left to do after this is to put a sign saying that this is the king's garden. The king's garden is officially open. Now we start the cleanup process to remove all the debris we've created. The king celebrates the opening of the royal garden, but it doesn't take him long to start complaining about things. He noticed a lot of stinky smells. He says, build some showers and make sure everyone shower. I don't think that is the entire reason it's smelly, though. I show the king the plans for the new showers. Surprisingly, he's happy with it. While everyone else works on building that, I start to research a new item that I think is also going to help things smell a lot better around here. We've been here for nearly 50 days, and I haven't brought anyone over from the Old Kingdom in a while. So I bring over the stonemason. They're going to help us construct all the things we want to build. The showers are ready to be used in the kingdom. We're installing some deodorizers all around the kingdom to help it smell better around here. The king even asked us to put one in his barracks. The next demand of the king is to cool it down over here. It's pretty warm, especially around the showers. That's going to affect the rest of the kingdom if we're not careful. I try to think of a way to cool things down. And then I realize, further away, there's a really cold zone. Is there some way I can take that coldness and send it over here to the kingdom? I see nice tunnels being dug out towards this cold zone. Looking at diagrams of ancient civilizations here, they seem to use liquid and pipes for cooling things. If I can learn how to take the temperature of liquid in a pipe, I might be able to do that too. The plan is to have pipes go all through the tiles of the kingdom, and we'll run cool liquid through it to cool it off when that's needed. We've got enough magic to bring someone else. This is going to be 12 of us. I bring over the miller. Now the miller's really good working with equipment. They may not be used to the equipment that we have over here, but they're quite adaptable. After looking at one of the areas we sealed off, I noticed the pressure is really high. And I notice also that's coming from the polluted water. This has given me an idea. If I research an Atmos sensor, I think I can start to produce more oxygen around here. The cooling process has started. Liquid is going all through the kingdom in pipes. And then it's going through the cooling point over here. And I'm taking the temperature, and based on that, it's either going to send it through the cold area or not. This is so exciting. The king is also excited about it. He asked me what it's called. A tidal cooling. Because of all the liquid going through it. He says it's really cool. I did forget to mention, though, that the whole source for all this liquid comes from the sewage waste. Well, thanks everyone for liking and subscribing and even just watching along. And hopefully I'll see you later on with another episode where the kingdom expands even further. Until then.